That's what it is.
Yeah.
By the way, if you did not know, when we were casting the ESL Nordic Nationals, we could hear Cadian's team, and it was always Cadian, scream like crazy every
He
single
does
round
scream,
they won.
yeah.
Yeah, he screams a lot. He knows how to do that.
They're pretty
Hype the
hyped.
team up.
But off we go, finally into the best round of this first map of the best of three. And we're going to see Team Preparation go for the 4-man armor buy to join Optimum, also with the same buy, Kit on Cyclone, and Lomi's going to be buying up nades for the T's here to enter onto a site for the terrorist players pushing up towards apartments early round, and we've also got Glaciers holding off the back of B, holding for any rotations or to double back and fake and push towards B site, which is always an option, but Optimum just going with a default setup, 3 towards A, 2 towards B. Very close actually, close angles, and not holding long until this is actually Refresh holding long over from the B site, so he can easily rotate to join ground over towards the B site. The team preparation look like they're fairly committed to A right now. All 5 players are going to be joining. Cadian's going to flash himself in. Zepton finding that first kill though on the CT side. Picking up a double actually. Wenton will finally trade him out though. Crystal also dropping out of apartments is going to land one, and Refresh and Grand are going to be the last 2 to try and retake this team preparation, putting up a decent fight already so far on the pistol round. And Refresh needs to hurry up and equalise this situation. It's still a 3 versus 2. It's going to be difficult indeed, and Grand coming in from long as well. Just waiting for Crystal to overpeak, but team preparation not going to be given anything here to the CTs, which is the best play they can really do at this point. And Grand pushing into the site here, joined by Refresh. Refresh actually landing one, Grand also landing another, and now it's all on Went on 1 versus 2, but the bomb is going to start to be defused, and he hasn't got access to stop the defuse. He's come off the bombs though. Refresh instead going to jump on with the kit, and now Grand is going to find that kill obviously as Wenton going down and Optimum securing that pistol round. So a really good retake, 2 versus 3 found by the Danish team, and they will secure that pistol round on the CT side.
Yeah, and this is where I feel like Optimum and preparation a lot of the time here, like just in this first round, I feel like we've got 2 teams that know each other pretty well. Not too sure if they've been practicing against each other. I would assume not, since it's Nordic Masters after all. They're going to be meeting each other here either way. So maybe not a full way, but it looks like they have a good synergy playing against each other. So there's going to be battles here and there, and I think this is going to be very, very equal, a very equal game. But we'll see. See, time takes us everywhere, and we'll see where it takes us this time. Cadian's down to 15 HP. Lamish has got smoke and a flashbang.
Yeah, basically nothing really to work with.
So
Just
this is-
P250s on the T side. He's just going for almost a full eco, so they can buy up next round, of course. And these 4 UMPs is really fun to see, but they're not getting too aggressive with them, despite them obviously having really good close range damage. They're going to be pretty useful against these non-armored players. So I'm surprised they're not getting too aggressive with them. Again, they are up against P250s, of course. So one tap at fairly medium to close range is also dangerous even against HUD armor, so they've got to watch out for that at least. But we're going to see the bomb and all 5 of the players head straight up towards the B site. And the issue with this is preparation obviously being more of a mixed team, only just really forming into an organisation. They may not have as much strategy or at least team coordination than Optimum, who have obviously been playing together for longer, but despite that team preparation, they're just going to push straight out onto the site. Grand is going to pick up a double refresh, grabbing one of his own too, and Grand actually picking up a triple, sorry. There's only Cadians left alive in a 1 versus 5, and that's not really going to be too optimal for him, I guess you could say. And I can imagine he's just going to be shut down one week in this corner here.
And there's not much that he can do either way. Doesn't matter who kills him either, because every single one of them, except for Mertz, has a UMP.
Just prevailing his death, really, and Optimum take 2.
Look at how much money they had. 4.95, I think that was as a maximum on Septon before he bought. So, yeah, that itself just speaks for how Optimum still going with the UMPs.
Yeah, they may as well. They put them in apps or B, or they could do some work with them. But they did upgrade 3 of them.
Yeah.
Or 2 of them. Sorry, they moved a rifle from Mertz to Gran, and then Mertz picked up a nade fresh to go down 4. So they didn't go with the full UMPs despite not losing anyone, which would definitely be a bad decision. But they've already lost the AWP on Mertz there down towards mid, as we do see the entry already found there by Glace as they push up towards top mid here. All 5 of the players actually from the T side committed to this A taking. Now Zepton picking up a double kill. That's why they kept the UMP vault. He's going to find 2 instant headshots. A very nice play at least. At close ranges, that gun is lethal even against armored players. It's not like an MP7 where you could question, but UMPs are actually pretty useful in buy rounds, which is I assume why Optimum did buy them up. But it's just waiting for the push now. Wenton's going to walk straight into the sight of Zepton. He's going to grab a triple kill already, going for the 4th, but he's going to run out of ammo, and Crystal will shut him down there over towards A boiler, and now it's a 2 versus 3, so they're attempting to equalise the situation, but good positions from the CTs. They're just going to be holding off onto the site. Gran is actually rotating into the A now, so this is where the T's are going to be committing to. But just clearing the angles. bit by bit.
Glaze and Crystal are going to be coming up towards Arch eventually. And this is where Gran, he shouldn't really be going in for this peak because he's all alone in that peak. There's no one to go in for a reply whatsoever if he dies here. Just waiting for, the crossfire to eventually come up for him and the opportunity to be taken. Now, Gran's got a good angle here. If he doesn't make too much noise here, there should be a very big opportunity for him to take this one. But timing is everything here, ladies and gentlemen. And they do pass over to the side. Gran shoots in the wrong timing. And Glace and everybody, they know that there's probably going to be one down in pit. So that's what they expect as well. They're looking for that one guy. Gran goes in for the kill through the box, though. Makes another one happen almost on Crystal. But the plan is going to be coming down. He doesn't see the guy. Cyclone will be supporting with a UMP 45. And Crystal will eventually be falling down, making it 3-0. Preparation will be losing that round as well. Now, they couldn't really find the bomb all the way, but there you have it. And the defuse will be coming down. And yeah, it looks like we've got close rounds, but not still with 3 members remaining on Optimum's team.
Yeah, they didn't actually say that AWP. That's why I'm confused. Optimum, Mertz dropped it in mid. Yeah, and they were just looking around for it. They didn't even find it. So, bit of an issue there for the CTs. That's a lot of money wasted, but they will be able to afford one if need be. 6k on Cyclone. But they're actually going to stick with this UMP here on Zenta. He's going to rebuy one. He's not even going to get a drop. He's literally just going to rebuy UMP. But of course, Preparation are going to be on this eco/force buy. They've gone for the force, or a bit of quasi, I guess you could say. Just Tech 9, some armor, a Deagle on Crystal, and a PG50 on Cadian. So not actually committing to a full buy just yet, which is a good decision. Obviously, they don't want to waste too much money. And still having enough to buy next round after losing this one, which is always more than likely. But almost full rifles here on Optimum. Mertz is actually going to pick up an AWP as well, so I do have that in the bag.
And with 4 people lined up on Banana, grenades and a Molotov could be just enough to actually get 1 or more kills. But then again, Optimum is playing this really safe, and this is something I like about them. They don't use their nades yet. They have so much respect for their enemy. They know what's up, and if they use them early, then it's just a major waste because if there's no one at Banana, if there's no info, there's no point in throwing them. Now they do execute in here, and this is where Refresh is going to be going in for his first, making that a second, almost a third, but he goes down to Cadian, and Lame will be supporting Cadian as they go in for that first kill. Refresh and Gran has fallen down. It's a 2-on-3 situation, something we've seen several times in a row now. Flashbang coming through into Ruins as Cyclone with this AK-47 will be executing through to get that kill. Cadian falls down, make Lame stand alone, and Nubox goes over to Dark, place this, and he jumps up on Dark, actually gets another one. Cyclone falls down. He might be able to clutch this. Both of the players are coming from the same angle. Will he be able to do this, though? The AK-47 in hand will be falling down in Mertz eventually, and the defuse will be coming down 4-0 in Preparation with a fairly good round if you look at what they got right there. It wasn't too big of an equipment value. They play the T side, and they profit really well off of this because of the fact that they get the plant, but not only that, 3 kills as well.
Yeah, of course, a quasi-buy worked out really well in the favour of Team Preparation, so they got to be happy with that, as you said. No AWP, despite having enough money for that, they're just going to go for the full rifles here, which is a safe play, really. They don't have anything based around an AWP on the T side that could be difficult to try and execute with that, especially getting onto a site with an AWP is difficult if you don't know what you're doing. Well, not that you don't know what you're doing, but as a team, using it to your potential instead of just, randomly trying to kill people with it. With no idea behind it. And Metz is going to pick up the first kill on Cadian there, so that's already the advantage there for Optimum. And oh, look at this angle through the edge of the smoke. Zepton is going to not actually find anything as Wenton shoots him, or counter shoots him through the smoke there, taking him out. Now we're going to see the T's take control of apartments here. Pushing in, but Optimum, I've got to be ready for this. 2 players already low thanks to the nades of Optimum, and instead they're going to just be backing off out of apartments just for a little bit. Of course, if you throw a Molotov in there, it's a complete sauna. You're going to get burnt alive. There's nothing you can do, but the smoke setup on Inferno, that's obviously what they're going to be going for. This is a very default setup. Just Wenton holding the back, and Lomi is going to be pushing towards the site. They still haven't set up any smokes actually. It seems like they've backed out of that at least for the time being, or just pushing up slowly towards the site there.
Looks like they want to save their nades for a late game.
They've got an awful lot of nades just for post plant, so they won't have that many players alive for post plant.
Would be the flashbangs to be used really right now.
Yeah, but here they go. They're going to actually commit to the site now with the flashes in tow as well. Glaze going to be coming out of apps, Reston dropping him down. Lomi will find one onto Cyclone. Mertz is still alive though. He's going to pick up a double kill. He does get traded out there, but he's done his damage at least. And Lomi and Wenton are going to be the last 2 alive on the T side. Refresh pushing in. If he pushes through the smoke, it's going to be huge. But instead, he's just going to wait for his teammate to regroup so they can play this together. And that's going to be the safe play here. He could take a big risk for a big reward, but playing it as a 2-on-2, it's far better than playing it solo. And they're just going to be pushing into the side there. Lomi has a good position. He picks up that
Ah.
first kill to Gren, but they're still Refresh jumping up and peeking it. They're waiting for him to overpeak, but Refresh actually landing the first shot. He's not going to find the second though as Lomi lands that onto him, and Optimum finally losing their first round as Prep pick up 1 on the board of the terrorist side, which is a good start there.
They're smart like that. At least they let Gran go first because he was low HP. Jump over and see if there, how many there are there. If there's 2, he calls that to his mate. Sure, he falls down, but then at least you could go in for the double spray. Instead, his next member jumps up, and I think that's the major issue here. If he just went in for that peek instantly, standing up on the ground, it would be much easier for him to hit those shots.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But a UMP again on Zepton. I think he's pretty happy with that after getting his triple kill earlier in the game. But there we go, Cadian opening up the map with a kill onto Mertz there. So that's a Orb dropped, but Grand will pick it up over towards the B site. So that's a safe play from him. And Cadian working back towards the A site. The AWP trying to get another pick, but Zepton is just going to move out of his way into Boiler at the right time there. But the smoke is coming down, and Cyclone's going to go down to Lomi. Zepton does chime in with 1, but Wentz is just going to run straight through the smoke, pick up one of his own, and Refresh finally getting that refrag, but it's still a 3 on 2. Refresh does have the bomb down in his favour, will accidentally Molotov himself off, so he has to move out of that position now. Pushing up towards the bomb here in the smoke. I'm not sure they realise this. He pushes through, but he only gets a dink onto Glace. Glace will retort back with a kill onto him. And should be going for the save here. 1 versus 3 with the AWP, not in their prime position, and no kit as well on the CT. It's going to be, this is extremely difficult. He can spot a kit out over in middle, but the save is going to be the safe play here for the Optimum player, and I think that's going to be his decision.
Got that AWP. He's playing the CT side either way, so there's really no point in not saving. Glaze, Crystal, and Cadian are going to be hunting for him, though. They want to make sure he's not allowed to save that AWP. They know he's there with it. He's just playing the safe. He knows that, after all his preparation, and we're still in the lead. I can chill out, play this a bit safer. Until next time, I'll probably win another round. Just shake this off. Just bad rounds coming at them in preparation here. At the end of the day, I feel like their executes are getting better and better step by step for every single time that they're trying to get in here. Even though they've lost, it's like they always try to improve on what they're doing. And especially in this scenario where we saw them with I don't know how many full nade kits before they pushed in, and they used them really, really late game. I mean, it really proves that they're adapting to their enemy's playstyle a lot.
Yes, that's true, but if you look at this, only 1 gun on the whole of Optimum here, just an AWP obviously on Gran, and Mertz is actually not picking that up. Of course he doesn't have armor, so that may be the reason why, but still would be nice to see the Primal Pour of Optimum take that gun. Maybe without armor would still be a pretty big benefit to Optimum there, but look at that, Refresh almost hitting him through the smoke there, so close, just missing those shots regardless, and just waiting for the terrorists to push out onto the B site here. There's 4 out of 5 players pushed towards there.
Just holding this off in middle, Crystal. The AK-47. Just playing this really, really safe preparation. They're getting up towards Banana with the bomb, though, and this is where stuff is going to get important. They decide to back off really quickly, just as I mentioned it. Play this safe, and now they're still here. They're getting up, and they're getting close to Banana. We're seeing small, Optimum, they start realizing that, there's not too much going on towards A, and there's flashes, Molotovs, everything going on towards B, so maybe we should try and focus on getting to B as soon as possible, and all 3 of these members just turning as quick as they can. Llama and Crystal goes in for the first 2 kills beneath and actually across the entire map. They make those kills happen. The bomb is going to get planted, and Granny's... Or do they think that this is A, or do they actually go for the save? That is the major question here. Because Crystal, no, they fell for that. They fell for that really, really bad. Mertz, he went down, and Gran got down in for that reply. It's not A. They start realizing now.
Cadian going to take out Gran though, not going to let anything happen with the save there, and Cyclone still in the back of the side competition, but there's no time there for the defuse, and he's going to go down to Lomi. And Team Prep picking up a 3rd on the board as well, so actually doing pretty well here on this on the T side. We're already 4-3, and we're going to see a pause called out by Team Prep. Sure what that issue is. In his fault, so we'll just be waiting for that to get sorted. Shouldn't be too long, then we'll be going back into the game.
Okay. So far, so good, I guess.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
You know which team I want to win? The Danish one.
Would that be Optimum?
The Danish one.
That would be Optimum then, because they're most Danish.
It was a joke. Don't worry.
understand, but you know, I just
Well, what's the lineup? How many of them are Swedes? There's only 2 Swedes. I knew Crystal was Swedish, but Wenton as well. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, only two
Yeah,
Swedes. I want the team with the players in to win. There we go. Oh,
For
Katie just timed out. How do you time out a LAN?
I don't know.
They got 14 ping. It's not. Apparently, it's not LAN now. They're playing online. Cool.
Did they get? Maybe they just.
But while we're here, I'm just going to read chat, and apparently people are saying, put the volume up, we can't hear you casters, so production could just raise the volume. Like, overall volume, casters volume, in-game volume, that'd be cool.
Everything has to be
Yeah.
raised,
Everything.
even our salaries.
that was funny, I'll give it to you. I think we're just too tired for jokes right now, we're not that funny.
Like, later when we get to the hotel, I swear to God, we're gonna laugh. Our A is off.
We're going to be pulling out jokes every day. It's because half the jokes we can't say on stream, that's why.
Maybe. I'm not too sure. Like Sofo Antonio. Let's leave that there. Just
Yeah.
don't.
Come on, Cadian. You can do this.
Yes.
He's back in the game. We're all good lads.
Maybe his headphones are connected to the internet or something. Restart the round. Jeez.
Why are they trying to restart the round?
Because he needs the money. No, he's got the money.
He has 6k, yes, his money. What more could he want?
No, he wants.
Oh, did he have a gun? Oh, he had a gun, didn't he?
And Kevlar. So.
Look at that aim lock from Refresh. Kappa. I'm joking, by the way. Obviously, it wasn't aim lock. They just restart the game. Cool. No, we're back in the game. We're all good. Caden's got his gun back and he's got his orb and his money, so we're all okay. No issue just yet. Team preparation very kitted up at the moment. With the rather lackluster Optimum, they haven't got any kits as of yet. Oh no, sorry, there's one there on Mertz. Yeah, 2 kits on the CT side. Team prep going to go for these full Molotovs here. Apart from on Crystal, he's going to be stuck with just an HE. Poor him.
And there we go. We're finally back in the game. I hope.
No, we are. Yeah. All right. Here we go. We're going to see a triple B stack here from Optimum. So they got refresh pushed rather aggressively, and it's actually quite good because obviously you can get aggressive if you have 3 players on B, and then obviously if you get the information, you can rotate one over towards A, or you can push down aggressive all the way and flank. But Glaze is going to shut down the first frag onto ground there on the B side, picking up that first. So that's a very good opening here for the Terror side. 4 versus 5, and done a bit of damage onto refresh too.
They just play this safe. The CT side knows that, okay, it's a 4-on-5 situation. There's not much that we can do. If we want to go for a reply, there might as well just be 5 people peeking towards us as we go through these corners. So why not just play this really, really safe? The flashbang's coming up. Lama will be coming up close towards CT Bowler. He does not clean every single room here, and this is what I like about how Optimum actually could find ways of playing, just by being a little bit more offensive in the early beginning of rounds, knowing that, yeah, okay, if they don't peek these areas, we can stay here for several times in a row without them doing much, and we can get so much info. Wenton will be going in for a reply on Mertz as he finishes off Lamy, and that makes it a 3-on-4 situation. Crystal, Glaze, Wenton, and Cadian are still left here with the bomb picked up on Wenton, and they look to go towards this A site. There's only one there, and that's going to be Optimum's Septon, I believe that is. Yeah, Septon, who's backing off from pit over towards Archway now, or towards Long at least. And there's more people turning towards that side. Refresh is just going to go in for a first B peak. Make sure he gets Glaze. Cycron has to support Crystal. Crystal, was that team damage?
That was onto KD, yeah, he just shot him in the head, but Zepto holding up the site. He's going to pick up that first frag. There's no time left. They have to hurry up and plant the bomb. They will start doing so. Wenton placing that down on the site. Another retake is on, but both CTs are both coming from short here, so this is good team play from Optimum, but it's definitely going to be a difficult retake with Refresh being so low, and he's going to be spotted out there. Crystal going to whistle those shots, not going to land any tap ready. Bit of damage finally lands on Cyclone, trying to follow up. All he needs is one bullet to Refresh here, and he will almost do so. Oh, look at that headshot from Refresh. He hits it instead, and now Wenton, 18 HP. They don't know how low this guy is. He doesn't know the angle that Wenton's playing, and Wenton's going to come out on top of that engagement. And Prep are going to equalise the score with 4-4.
Preparation. Going with the... They could go with the off here, actually. If they want to. But they don't really do it all the way, and it looks like Optimum is going to be going with yeah, they don't have much money to work with either way. And after this one eco, it's gonna be a full buy for them either way. So, with that being said, Optimum are smart like that. They know what's up. They know what their enemies are pretty much up to here. Still, Preparation are actually getting back into this, and 4-4 actually proves that equalizing a game like this, it's a piss of Mississippi for these guys. They know what's up. Then again, Optimum in the early beginning, they were the ones just stomping Preparation for a while. We thought that, or I thought for a while that Optimum, are they really this strong? Are they this strong? Can they beat them this bad? But 4-4 proves that it is two Danish teams here and that they know each other fairly well. Mertz didn't lose HP in the early beginning of that, if you saw. I thought he was in a safe spot in that corner actually, but as he started moving, he lost a lot of HP and was forced out into the area. Cadian and the gang, they continue to push with those Molotovs landing very closely towards Septon. He is not going to lose any HP though because he's still in a safe area. Across the map as Glace is pushing with Lame and that bomb in hand. It's a very slow play.
But there's only one CT towards the A site here. That's just going to be Psycho, and this is going to be difficult. Obviously, for a retake, which is Pistols, there's basically nothing to save. They had to commit to a retake, but there's only one player over towards the A side, so it's going to be 3-man retake. And there we go, Cyclone picks up one, but it's just going to be a consolation frag because he goes down to Lomi there. And now Katie just holding second towards short. Not towards long, sorry, we'll find that first one to refresh. Still doesn't realise it's behind him, turns around, but Zepton's going to find the headshot there with the 5-7. He needs to grab a gun and get out of here. He will do so. And that'll be the good call for him. Grand, sorry. Needs to. I see the E. It's like Grain, but it's Grant. Grant's going to go down there to Lomi, and Zepton just getting away with that rifle. I think they're going to chase it. Lomi obviously has enough money to work with, so he can afford to chase it, but Zepton has a pretty good position. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to finish him off there in time. He's far away from the site enough, at least to save this rifle.
Preparation take this to 5-4. To be honest, Preparation here, they're looking stronger not only because they win these rounds, but individually when they do go in for these duels, when they try to face their enemies pretty much, they know how to do that on a higher team level than, for example, what we saw from Optimum in the earlier game. And this is what differentiates these teams from each other pretty much when it comes to the skill level. I think Optimum has the individual skill that it takes to beat these guys down in one-on-one duels, but Preparation aren't making it easy for them by coming up as a unit.
Yeah.
Preparation are using that to the maximum.
Yeah, I'd say Preparation are better individual players in terms of skill, which gives them some kind of edge over Optimum. Optimum are very good at teamwork and they have good set strategies on the team side, so I think that gives them a little bit of an advantage in terms of that. But both teams are very equal at the moment. I'm not sure what the betting statistics are for this match. I'll just take a quick look. It's actually 65% in favour of Optimum on Cisco Lounge at least. So a lot of people are hedging their bets on Optimum after their previous performance today. It's been fairly positive, so I can imagine why. But Preparation, obviously, not wants to go down without a fight.
Well,
because obviously when you mix Danish and Swedish together, you get some good players. If you don't just stick inside your language barrier, which is always fun.
all Crystal, Swedish, talent, Quentin as well.
Quentin, yeah.
They look good. I like them. 4-5 situation and fair trade coming up if Preparation goes offensive on this one and actually gets another one, but that has to happen soon because Thomas taking an Optimum. They're taking their time to just stay behind the walls of this map. They know that after all, it's Inferno. We can do whatever we want as long as we're not showing off too much, and it's exactly what they're going to be following. That's the rule that they're going to be going by. And Lamish here with the AK-47. Lame is the real Nick. The AK-47 close to upper banana to get up with Cadian as they execute in through. There will be a couple of flashbangs coming through. Grant and the gang, they're not widened out. They're not vision blocked at all at the beginning until Glace comes around and he makes sure those kills happen, make that a double, and look at Mertz coming up, just showing him where that one is supposed to be. The shot right into him. Glace goes down and Crystal's left alone. There's not enough time, so he's just gonna save that. Doesn't have much. It's that. I'm not sure if that's such a good move, really. Sure, it's an AK-47, but now he can't afford any nades. If you think of it. There could have been a drop by Lama. But then he wouldn't afford, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it through all
it's
the way.
It's understandable, though, because the AWP is pretty useful here on the C side. Obviously, Optimum have got to watch out now because if they get reset, they're going to be screwed for the rest of the half because preparations are already up on 5 rounds on T side. That's pretty good already. They don't want to lose too many. So Optimum, if they lose this round, preparation are going to have a huge advantage. They'll be at least up to 8 as Optimum will probably have to. Oh no, they won't have to double eco, just single eco most likely. Oh no, yeah, only 2 of the players have money. So yeah, maybe even double eco. They don't get many frags with this. And Mertz is holding off this angle, waiting for the peak up towards A, and he can spot out the edge of the rifle. This is going to be heartbreaking, knowing that you can't shoot yet to give away your position, but he's just waiting for the first peak, and Fascist will go out smokes as well, and Mertz is going to be holding this angle, waiting for the long push to Cyclone. Meanwhile, hitting that shot by Wenton with an instant refrag onto the towards Boiler. There's still more to fight. Crystal can land another, and Wenton, lovely headshot, is going to finish off Cyclone, not shooting till he actually reaches the head there, so Refresh and Grant are going to be the last 2 alive. Trying to retake this. Spam too much, and Wenton obviously now knowing his position, it's going to be difficult for the retake, and they're just instantly going to go for the save, which is a good idea from Optimum. But this happened exactly what I said has happened. They've been reset now, so if you look at the scoreboard, obviously you can see that Optimum lost 1. This means their losing bonus is basically reset, so they were getting 3,400 by the end of those, by that last 5th round, but then winning 1 and then losing another resets their loss bonus, for those who don't understand. So they're back down to getting $1,400 per loss, so basically earning nothing. And now they'll have to maybe double eco, or no, they could probably force up with these 2 rifles. Actually, they could make something work.
But that's only if they do manage to save these, and
yeah,
it might look unlikely now that they're on this B side. To be honest, Glaze. He's gonna deny one of them.
Yeah,
but
they save one.
Yeah.
This is where the debate comes in. If you want to go for the force, they could technically afford some like FAMAS buys,
I don't
and a
think
pistol
that's...
and Cyclone, but I think an eco would just be best.
Well,
or a quasi buy. Yeah, they're going to go for the eco. That's a good call, at least from Optimum. Going for the force buy would be a bit of a risk, and they don't want to fail that, and then have to double eco. That means 3 rounds instantly go into preparation to 9 to 5, which wouldn't be good. So they're just going to give away 1 round for preparation while they pick up a bit more of a loss bonus, and then they're going to go for the full buy next round, I assume.
Well, good positions coming up by the T side as they're just waiting behind the walls. And this is what I like about preparation as well, is that they're pretty much just waiting for mistakes to be done here by the CT side. And yeah, Septon, short as a breath, he just goes out there, makes that first mistake. Cadian goes in for the first kill, opens up, and Mertz, he's up on balcony, he's left alone on the A side. There's no one there to support him. So pretty much, if it comes to a point which preparation actually pushes into the A side fairly quickly, there would be no chance in the world any round that Optimum could take that home after they got that first entry, because A is like the risk zone. Every single time Optimum's been leaving A for I don't know how many rounds in a row now, it's been very, very cleansed from CTs, and that is probably the biggest risk we've ever seen them take. Brand is going to be going down, and that's a nice shot. Wenton cross entire long, getting that headshot on point. Mertz will be going down as well, and that makes it a 1-on-5 situation, and pretty impossible for Cyclone to pick this one home, as he's in a very stuck position. Oh, banana, I think that was.
Here we go, full buy coming out from Optimal. I guess you can say full, but 2 SMGs isn't really full. Zepton's been making work with the UMP, so I can guess you give it to him, but Cyclone has to step up massively if he wants to pull out anything with that. He does have plenty of nades to work with, and obviously 2 kits as well on the CT side. The Mertz with an AWP and a kit as well, so that's a fairly solid buy, unless he got that orb dropped, I'm not too sure. Yeah, but he did get a drop from Zepton, hence the UMP on him. So he has plenty to work with right now. He's going to find that first pick as well into Crystal down in second mid, so that's a good opening here for the CT side. And team preparation, all 4 players over towards B, so no trade coming out from them. And they will be committing to this B side, I imagine. Not one player is going to be backed off holding the flank. Cadian actually just at the bottom there, specking into mid, but right now it just seems like they want to commit to this site. Actually, smoke coming down, and they are going to be backing 2 players off, so still making their decision. They want to work on picks, obviously, and they're down a man, so team preparation are going to need to get an opening onto the site probably before they commit to a full push, but who knows really. If they pop flash themselves right, they could easily get in. It's just getting in is the easy bit. Staying alive is the hard bit.
Especially when you're meeting Optimum, sometimes they just know how to retake sites like, I don't know who. John Cena. They're just crazy. They're crazy on what they're doing. Alamish and the gang, they need to watch out for those retake situations to happen. I mean, Cyclone, for example, he goes in for a very quick reply right there. Provokes Gran to go out there just across the map. It really provokes him to go out there because, eventually he might need to turn towards that A side. And, eventually that might just happen. It might just happen. It doesn't happen, it might. And that's really the risk that Optimum has taken too many times in a row now. We've seen that for pretty much every single time they lost is because preparation, they provoked them to go out into these angles, or they forced them out by throwing a Molotov or what so not.
Exactly
Yeah.
as you're saying, Mertz is also forcing out Wenton and picking up that kill as well with the AWP, and that's all down on KD. But he's going to go down. Those UMPs were extremely useful against the two low HP players. Two players with sub 10 HP, so very easy for Optimum to retake that, I can imagine. And they picked up a double orb to join it, so Grant and Mertz are probably going to be picking those orbs up. Actually, Refresh grabbing one, maybe basing it off spawn. Okay, no, that's fair enough. Mertz and Cyclone taking it, that's fair enough. We're going to see an AWP again on Cadian, but the loser of this round is obviously going to be forced into eco, so you've got to watch out either way right now. Neither team has picked up a significant loss bonus enough to be able to buy next round after losing this one. Obviously, one has been lost by Optimum, one has been lost by Prep, but they're only going to have.
They wouldn't eco either way.
Well, yeah. So either team is ecoing. Whoever wins this, whoever loses this, sorry, going to be forced down to basically nothing in terms of economy. Is that's going to be quite unlucky, but regardless. I guess if Prep get the bomb down and lose, they could buy, but it's unlikely. It really depends on how much they have. We can see Prep pushing up towards the A site, B site. Mertz is also finding that first frag, and the rest of the team are committing to this A site here. All the players actually pushed all the way up over towards short, and Optimum just holding it very passively right now, not getting too aggressive, at least in the peeking on the site. Two players towards B, and Zepton meanwhile is going to take down Cadian. So the AWP is out of the hands of preparation. Now we're already in a 5 versus 3, so good advantage for Optimum right now. Cyclone just peeking out, gathering a bit more information of where team preparation are committing to. That's a good peek from him with the top flash. And this is something towards B with refresh, and no issues over there so far. And Cyclone taking out another one, maybe the last two to stand here for the terror side. Gonna try and commit to this B site. A site, I keep messing that up. Crystal jumping straight on. Lomi's going to find that first frag, but Grand going to shut down Crystal there. Lomi knows his position though, so he can easily get this frag, but Cyclone instead from Library is going to finish him off. So 7-7, and we're going into the last round of the first half. But team preparation with a very good T side, even if they lose this round, which is more than likely, it's a very good T side.
Definitely. In Optimum, they did not do enough in the beginning of this half either. I gotta say, they step it up after. It's like they learn from their mistakes. It's like that best of one kind of team where they experiment with those rounds that aren't too heavily bought up and too heavily invested in. And I like that. I mean, it proves that Optimum, after all, they have an idea of how they want to play against teams that they are not too aware of. Even though preparation should be a team that you know, it's another tournament. It's another LAN. There's new tactics coming out every single day. There's new strategies for all of these teams all the time. So Septon will be going down as Cadian opens up this side with just one frag. Still, they're down to the biggest disadvantage in men you ever could have ever, and they lose it. So I don't know what that was. It was just a stop in this round, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. 8-7 is going to be the score for the half. So Optimum do just bring it back with a lead. But team preparation, you can't take it away from them. That was a very solid T-side half on Inferno, a very CT-sided map. In a team that they haven't practiced as much, so you got to give it to them. Very good half. But we'll be seeing if they can convert that into the CT side as well. You obviously need a very good CT side on Inferno, as it's obviously very CT-sided map. So Optimum are going to have the set strategies that team preparation might not have prepared as much. I'm so bad at these.
Did we get the map picks?
No.
Let's see if we have them.
Oh no, we get the map picks. We don't know who vetoed what though. The map picks are Inferno, Cash, Mirage. Same literally as we've had the same three pretty much all day. Inferno, Cash, Mirage.
Well, should be over any second. They're just
They're just warming up.
smoking?
Not warming up. They're paused just to sort out whatever issue, maybe strategy for pistol. We'll be going back in 8 seconds anyway, as you can see at the top of our screen now. But as I said, Optimum, they're going to have some T-side strategies up their sleeve, which will be fun to see. We haven't seen them play Inferno yet. They may have earlier in the group stages. However, we obviously were casting Group A, not Group B, so we wouldn't have seen any of those. And Optimum, if they can pull, some kind of set strategy out of their sleeve, then preparation will crumble, because obviously you need a good amount of experience with your team to be able to hold a solid CT side on maps like Inferno, where rotates are ever so important, because retakes on this map are really difficult at times, especially on that A site. Retakes are really hard when you've got pit control on the terror side and the clock's against your favour on the CT side on the retake. You got to be fast at that, and it's so difficult when you've got so many angles to clear. And I'm not a fan personally of Inferno retakes on A. I think they should be redeveloped in some sense, but it's hard to you know.
Like
fiddle.
banana.
No, over on A. Bananas, yeah, bananas meh. Bananas banana, really. You can argue for and against it. But I think A needs to be reworked way more than B. I don't like the fact that retakes are basically like 10%. And the only time you really retake is when you're in like a man up or whatever. You can just trade down. But yeah, the retakes on A are very difficult. So if preparation obviously crumble a little bit, I would expect that, because obviously they haven't had enough experience as a team together that Optimum will have had. But
Yeah.
you never know. They have got the
And
individual
they speak
players.
different languages as well.
Yeah, they've got the individual players. Oh yeah, communication issues. Also got to take into account. They got experienced players. They got good players. So it's always some kind of positive for them.
Hmm. Yeah.
We're just waiting. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what the issue is. Um,
I don't think there is an issue. I think they were at the toilet actually.
oh, okay, that's fine then.
So
Do some beatbox. It's better than Monster Cat. Keep going. That is insane.
you think
That's
so?
so good. Yeah, it's better than Monster Cat. Why aren't you our music guy? Why aren't you just doing on the music while we? Why don't you do that more in casting, Faulty?
I don't know.
You should do it more in casting.
Skrillex. People are like, yeah, what? Tell me UTF. Skrillex? Skrillex? Is that Skrillex? Okay, we're going louder now, ladies and gentlemen. Second half coming up, 8-7, and whew, should we open the window? Maybe we should. I don't know. Got me hot
It's
in
getting
here.
hot in here, yeah, dropping some mad bars. But either way, preparation, got to be going with a 3-man armor by Lomi, also picking up a kit and a 5-7 on Wenton, and Optimum on the other hand going for a 3-man armor by once again, as well as a Tet 9 up on Zepton, which is fun to see as well. So some nades on refresh, but pushing into the B side here. Glaze going to be holding that down. Optimum going to be getting a trade fast. Mertz picking up that kill, and Cadian dropping on the B site, but a nice position from Glace over in construction. He should be able to hold this off. He will do so, picking up one more. The bomb will go down, but the advantage is in the favour of team preparation. Zetson has to go pretty large here. Remember, his two teammates have no armour, so this is so difficult for them to hold off the site. The retake is going to go underway now. 3 players in construction already. This is a very brave move by team preparation. Not sure if it'll pay off against this close range Tech 9 here, and Crystal going to be pushing into the site here, trying to pick up refresh. Glace, meanwhile, will land 1, land 2. Glace is going nuts. He's already on the way for the ace. He's just trying to pick up the last one. That's refresh, and not going to do so. Refresh just sitting at the back of the site here. He's caught off guard, and wow, 4K, all headshots for Glace. Will be able to secure them that pistol round. That was very impressive there by Glace. And you can, I'm not sure that was picked up on our mics.
I
That
hope
is some
it is.
serious screaming.
I'm just saying.
Oh my god,
Cadian.
we are downstairs in a basement in the studio, literally below ground in tunnels. You have to go through tunnels to get.
Yeah,
to this.
actually,
And they're on a stadium upstairs, a stage, and we can hear Cadian screaming after picking up that pistol round. That is incredible. That's really got to tilt Optimum. It's tilting me. I'm not even playing. But 3 SMGs are going to be bought up for Optimum here, so they've actually got a solid buy despite losing that round. Obviously, the bomb down helped them a fair bit, and they need to win this round really to be in for any chance at this point. And they're going to go heavy in towards the B site. Instant shutdown from Glacier, another double kill, one of them headshots, just stopping this Optimum push. So team preparation already with a nice start. That was just completely unlucky for Optimum, just lining up for Glacier, giving him such a huge advantage and holding down that site there.
well, Cycron and Septon together with Refresh, there's not much that they can do here either. I mean, they're trying to back off over towards middle, but Crystal and Wenton is here. If they go in for that first kill, they're going to buy so much time for themselves that, yeah, it doesn't really matter what Optimum does here. When they try to get into that site, eventually what will happen is preparation will buy enough time for their mates to get there. Look, Wenton, he goes in for that small peek to get the info. Cadian supports him because he comes up from CT. It doesn't really matter because Wenton has got that support. Now, Septon's wasted I don't know how many seconds on being inside of Archway that they know what's going on, and they've got 2 players coming up from behind. That being said, with the armory that they got, with the weapons that they got, with the flashbang still in hand of Glaze and the smoke on Crystal, there should be no problem going in for this defuse after all. But Refresh is going to be playing that very, very safely, going in for Glaze as well, making it only 2 players remaining as Lami and Crystal are there. So I mean, in the long end, I feel like that was still a very, very good attempt to actually surviving in that scenario.
Mm. Yeah, I do agree, but at the end of the day, preparation lost 3 players against a force buy with
Yeah, that
UMPs. That's a not a great start.
destructive.
But either way, it happens to the best of us in preparation. I'm going to be going for the buy once again. Optimum, wow, look at this. Are they going for the force or are they just quasi? Yep, they're just quasi. Phew. I thought they were going to go for another force. I was just like, I watched a game once where EFRAG were on T side and they were force buying every round. They lost pistol, they force bought. They then force bought again. They force bought about 6 times when they should be ecoing. And they just got completely stomped. They got like 2 T-side rounds because they didn't win any of these force buys. And they got down to like 16-13 or 15-13. Oh no, it was something really close, like something stupid, and they shouldn't be forced by, like really, really close. Yeah. What, it was like 13-12, and they were like, okay, if you eco one, they'll be 14-12, then you can buy full. And they just forced bought, and they lost it, and then they forced bought again, they lost it. It's just like, what are you doing? Um, and I'm glad Optimum weren't doing that. It looked like they were for a second, but just going for that quasi. But anyway, I'm getting a bit off topic, but it's just a bit of a throwaway round this quasi. It's not too much coming out of it. Look, Glock and no armor for a refresh. So.
And this is what we were talking about as well, is that you're on the T side. You can't go in for a save if you actually pick something up. You don't profit at all from that.
No, it's
So,
difficult to say. We have to have
So
a good
really,
rifle to say.
investing this much money into a round like this on the T side, on the CT side, I understand it, but on the T side, it just doesn't make as much sense. You know, it makes small senses, but not when you invest this much.
No, it's fine going for the quasi. I think they had plenty of money they wouldn't be using anyway. So maybe try and get an entry with that and try and commit to a site. If you want it, if they want it, we'd be praising them. But
But it's
the
not
end
like
of
they
the
play
day-
like a unit either way. They
No.
split up too much to make
Yeah.
that happen.
But at least he didn't go for the force.
Yeah.
And drive himself into oblivion. Talking about oblivion, Glace is exactly that. He's just going to be shutting down the last 2 players. Preparation 10-8 now in the first map, and they're looking good.
If we take a look over to the graphs, actually, of cash amount, and then unmark Mertz and Cadian here at the early beginning, we can see at the shadow here that, after all, it's been the CTs who's had money control for at least after the 8th round. They've had a good money control for, I don't know how many concurrent rounds in a row. The 2 rounds that they lost, obviously, were, it was a little bit off, but still on a pretty fair level in comparison to Optimum all the time after that. So they've had money control for I don't know how long now, and it all comes down to Optimum really taking that back from them, showing them who's actually the money man here, who's controlling the bank, who's a gangster, who's a real gangster.
But AWP is finally up on the T side. Mertz has picked that up. Still no AWP for team preparations. We go into the first buy round, first full buy round of this half at least, and we're just going to see a bit of aggression backed off down towards Banana. Mertz is going to be going towards the A site for the pick, but Smokey's going to hold him back for a few more seconds. 1 minute remaining on the clock, and what is his position? Oh, I thought he was up in apps. I was like, how is he boosted? What's he standing on? No, he's on porch, obviously, Cadian. That confused me for a second, but it's been a long day. We will see just the terrorists gaining slow map control up towards mid. They're actually not getting too much now that I say it, really. Just sitting out towards mid, waiting for CT aggression at this point and waiting for the smokes to run out. But preparation playing is perfect in the sense that they still have a smoke left on Crystal, who's going to be playing again towards A, and the time is already at 30 seconds, so they have to commit to this. If Crystal dropped the smoke now, it would be the round over for Optimum, but Cadian instead is going to shut him down instead, and he'll find that frag onto Mertz, so that's the AWP at the hands of the CTs, the terrorists there, and Optimum just having to resort to the B site here, all of them pushing in. You can see the rotate from team preparation. They know this, already sending a player over, and they haven't even heard footsteps. And finally, Optimum going to be committing to this Glace. Great position, as he usually does. Going to be picking up basically nothing as he gets shut down there. And Lomi instead doing his job, picking up 2. Make that 3 actually.
5 seconds remaining.
And now, yeah, Sikran going to have to go for the save. But as you said, he's not profiting on that save at all. And if he dies now, it could be horrible. So obviously he's not going to want to challenge, just going to want to run away, which is a safe play there for the terrorists and Optimum. Saving that 1 rifle, but no money with it.
It feels like Optimum has stopped caring too much about the money here. Even though it's in the game, it's still like, yeah, they don't really make their moves after the money situation. They don't really think of the consequences of the money situation that every single move that they make are gonna have. And that's been a problem. That has been a problem several times in a row now. For example, the round that we saw where they actually bought, what was it, Tech 9 or armor on a couple of guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
buys.
yeah.
That was fine though, really.
Yeah, it was okay, but they don't profit off of it because they don't play it as a unit. They split up too much as if if they had rifles or
That's
something.
true, yeah.
So if they don't profit anything off of it, it doesn't matter at all. not on the T side, and that's the problem here. So, obviously time is going to be passing, and probably going to be learning from their mistakes as the next map probably pops up. We're going to be talking to the teams after this as well because there's going to be a short break. We're going to go up and see how they're feeling and everything. So they just see if they're talking anything about that. Pretty much.
We can see Optimum deciding to resort to this A site here. They've got a bit to work with, at least in terms of Tech 9s and armor. Going to be pushing out towards the site in a short amount of time. 3 players up in apps. This could be dangerous. Crystal's going to be holding this angle, waiting for this push. Now Grant giving away his position there, but they're all just going to drop straight in. Crystal's ready for this. He picks up a double kill instantly. Cadian picks up the double kill as Crystal lands 1 headshot. There's still 1 more player who drops into pit. That's going to be refresh 1 versus 5 here. He's not going to be able to go too much out of this. Spots out Cadian. A bit of damage to everyone, but he's not going to grab too much as he drops the AWP, but they're going to be able to retrieve that fairly easily for the CT side. And Wenton's going to save that for Cadian there. So 12 to 8. And I think it's kind of Optimum's last Optimum. I can't
Optimum.
speak. Optimum. Why did I say Optimum? Optimum. It's Optimum's last round. Just don't. It's Optimum's last round about now to get anything out of this, because they lose this one. Team preparation are going to be up to what? Like, we're going to see them on 14 without even a challenge. Like, there's going to be nothing. And then Optimum we're going to have a full buy, a big full buy. They'll have 6k in the bank. So they will, of course, have something to challenge with, but 14 to 8 is going to be so detrimental, really. So team preparation are looking good so far, but if Optimum take this round, it could completely flip. But I think at this point, it just depends on who wins this round. Cadian is going to open up the round for the CTs, taking out Cycler and jumping over there and up. So that's the UMP out of the hands of the CT, of the terrorist there. And they still got this AWP on Mertz, but he's not going to be able to get too much as Wenton drops Septon over towards mid. And again, this is great. Team preparation, they peek out, they get a kill, instant smoke off, and they back off. Playing very well, playing very individual, but they are playing very well, and that's the reason team preparation doing so well here on the CT side. They're playing very individually, but it's very good individually because obviously they're better.
Yeah, these smokes buy so much time for them as well.
Yeah,
they get to think of what they want to do. Optimum.
Talking of smokes, I think they're going to be chucking them very shortly over towards the B site. In fact, there's a Molotov going down as we see the last 3 players wasting their time again over towards B. Grant is stuck over in sandbags, but
is that another smoke?
They have 1 on Cadian. Oh no, he's just used it over towards A. They have 1 on Crystal over towards A as well. So nothing left on B. Only flashes remain. Actually, no flashes. They have nothing towards B now. So this is Optimum's time to shine.
If they want to get through now, this is the time to do so.
Yeah, but they have a great crossfire. Gleason and Mommy. The B side is going to be holding down, and there we go. I blinked and I missed it. Team preparation just completely slaughtering Optimum once again. And now, as I said, Optimum are going to have no money. They're going to be able to go for the quasi-buy here, so a bit of money spent into this round Tech 9's armor. And again, this UMP, I don't understand this UMP obsession. You can get a scout, which can do, better for entries on the terror side, you could argue, or even a deagle, really, for the same amount of money, really. So,
is this another one of those buys, by the way?
What buys? Quasi-buys?
Yeah.
It's quasi-buy when they spend a bit of money but don't spend all their money, basically.
But I'm not sure about this because...
Well, like, at the end of the day, there's no reason not to do it, because next round they're going to have 6.8k, which they don't need for the terror site. You're not going to buy 5 auto snipers. You don't need 6k. So instead they've been spending their money, so they have 5k next round, 4k next round, which is perfectly good enough to get full buy. Because obviously they're on the $3,400 loss bonus. It's acceptable to go for the quasi buy right now, because they're going to have enough to buy. Look at their economy off this round. I'll explain it if you don't understand quasi buys.
No, I understand what you mean. But
yeah, I understand why it's a bit pointless because they can't get anything from it. But if they don't spend it, it's just not. Why wouldn't you spend it?
I get your point.
Come on.
Yeah, it's really it's really
there's nothing
just
he can do. He's cornered. He can't save. Grant. Anyway, Grant is going to be Molotov out, and you can just see Wentz's going to run through the smoke there and land that frag. So again, yeah, not much you can gather out that round. But here, have a look at the economy now. So if you have a look at the scoreboard, they've all got 5 to 6k. They can go for the full buy. If they didn't spend that money on those UMPs, that armor, those Tech 9s, they wouldn't be able to. They would be able to get this and more. Look, they spent all their money, and they've got everything. So they just equaled it out, so they'd have the perfect amount of money for this round, which is basically the idea behind quasi buys. If you didn't understand, so it's like a why wouldn't you spend the money kind of thing. No AWP here on the terror side, though. They're obviously just going to stick with these 4 rifles. Cadians again once picked up an AWP on the CT side, which has been working very well with Cadian. In fact, doing extremely well this game. And stats may not show it, but I think he's been getting a lot of key kills, especially on the T side. He got a lot of opening kills, which allowed Team Prep to get 7 rounds on Terror's side, of course. And Optimum finally just rushing straight towards the site instead of taking too long and getting picked. I like this. They haven't done this all side. And now Wenton's going to pick up that first kill. They hurry up and need to trade it. Flashes are going to go out. Counter flashes, in fact, from the CTs. And Refresh landing that headshot. And Grant also getting one of his own. And they can get the bomb down here. This is looking good for Optimum. They're already a man up, 4 versus 3. And they just need to hold on to their site. They've got a couple of nades left of the Optimum. A few flashes just to hold off and stop Prep from pushing into the site very fast. But talking of nades, Preparation have absolutely tons. And yep, they grabbed a smoke on Zepto off the dead body of one of the CTs. So I'll be able to use that to throw off onto long. And I hope they do use that. Otherwise, that'll be a bit of a waste not. But he's actually going to throw out a flash instead. And yeah, the smoke hasn't gone out. I think he needs to throw this down. No, he's not going to. That's a bit of a misfire. Either way, Glaze going to run into the site. Refresh also picking up one as well as Gran, and now it's all on Cadian. He's actually just going to jump on the bomb. I'm not sure if he's going to stick it. But Gran instead going to be challenging here. Cadian runs out of ammo, and he's going to have to go for the save here. But really, no time to get away. He's going to go for the
Chance knife.
We'll miss it. Hits the second one, but Gran going down, and Cadian will follow in tow. But there we go. Optimum. First round on the T side, they have a full buy and they just rush towards the site, and they obviously did it as a proper execute. They used flashes, they used smoked, and they got onto the site despite losing the first man. And that's exactly what Optimum need to do. Optimum to pick up any kind of rounds. So as you can see on the scoreboard there, they finally picked up that first terror side round. Team Preparation up to 14, of course, so it's very close to match point. But again, Optimum, they're doing very well in the sense that they just jumped onto that site and took it. And that's exactly what they need to do. They need to do it again. They can't just mess around and let themselves get picked as they've been doing, because it seems that Team Preparation get aggressive, they get killed, and they smoke off the angle so you can't trade. So Optimum need to get aggressive at this point. And talking of aggression, Preparation doing exactly that down banana. 2 players pushed all the way down, and Mertz is running through smoke. This is what I'd like to see if they're failing, but oh my god, Wenton, just in the blink of an eye, triple kill.
He might as well get that 4th. He might as well just get that 4th. He heard refresh step. He's ready for that. The Lamy is going to get the kill. Grand falls down to Crystal as well. 15 to 9.
Okay, maybe don't play like NACS and run through smokes, but at the end of the day, Optimum, they did get reset, and this is pretty much going to be GG. They got 0 money and Preparation up to.
And this is what I was talking about. Remember when Luminosity was playing back in Kaboom?
Yeah.
Kaboom.td. They always used to skip those cozy buys because they knew that if there's anything, if we need extra money, we can always bank up for these kind of situations and try and make a comeback happen. Even, I know it's very long term.
Yeah. Ooh, that was spicy. Not sure the stream called it. No, I do understand. Yeah, there's an argument either way, but the amount of quasi buys that you see won is the argument.
Yeah.
For quasi buys really, but it's just depends on the team. Now Luminosity do quasi buys, so who knows really. Oh, but look at this jump through the smoke. Lommy's going to pick up only one as Mertz gets that nice one pick there onto him. He's already picked up 2 D kills in the round so far, and the 2 versus 2, and the bomb's going to go down in the favour of the Terror. So actually, there's some potential to win this now. Crystal and Wenton are going to be coming in for this retake though, and they've just got to hold off onto the site here, not overpeak at all, and plenty of nades on the CT side. It's going to mean this should be a fair clear-cut round, but Molotov's going deep into the dark there. Mertz is going to be forced out of position. There we go. That'll be the map. 15 to 9 for Team Preparation.
And that is a game. Now, this was only the first map, so there will be a second map coming up any second, I'm pretty sure as well. Think there's going to be a short break because people need a smoke and everything, but after that we're going to go live with, I believe it's Cash. I am not fully sure. Yes, it is Cash, which has been very common for a second map choice, to be honest. So, I'm not sure really.